Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you enjoy the content you see, then consider hitting that subscribe button right down there. Hit the like button, share button, leave me a comment. On this episode, we're going to be pulling the steering box and column out, and we're going to be removing the e-stop handle and cable on our quest to getting this the body of this car ready to come off the frame. Y'all hold tight. All right, guys, I believe the first thing I'm gonna do is get this steering box, gearbox, and shaft out. These are a little bit, or not a little bit, they're a lot complicated. Because you don't pull the shaft out of the gearbox, right? So shaft, gearbox, and pitman arm all come out as one unit. You can take the shaft out of it, but believe me, it's a lot more trouble than it's worth. So we are going to attempt to pull this gearbox out with the body on the frame, engine in the frame. So first thing you're gonna have to do, if you're not starting from this point, luckily my car was halfway took apart when it comes to the column, you're gonna have to pull the steering wheel off. You're gonna have to get all of your shrouding out from around the column. You're also gonna have to take this bracket. You got a bracket that goes around the bottom of your column. That's going to have to come out, and you're probably going to have to destroy this boot that goes around this hole that seals the weather out from this hole, because you're going to need the movement in that hole in order to get it out. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull your crown nut off of your pitman arm where it attaches to your power steering ram, and we'll lay that up there where we don't lose it. Now you've got some movement in your outer and inner tie rod to let your power steering ram move up and down. So we're going to utilize that movement and go ahead and get this ram up out of here. If I can do this one-handed, might have to switch hands. Alright, that is out. Alright, now you're going to have to take 3 bolts that look like that, square shank on the head, and 1, 2, and 3. Those 3 bolts are going to have to come out. You are going to have to take your, let me switch back around here. You're going to have to take your, if your 57 still has it, this is a generator slash power steering pump all in one unit. If you have that, you're going to have to take that. You got 2 bolts that go right here, come out. This is going to have to be moved down out of the way. You don't have to take your hoses off. Luckily, you can see here that both of my hoses were already removed, so they were out of the way. If not, you're going to have to take those off. Those 3 bolts, move your power steering pump out of the way, and we'll see if we can get this thing out. Also, guys, you're going to have to get your front seat, unbolt your front seat, and get it out of the way, because when you go to manipulate this, the other end of this shaft is going to be down around where your seat is bolted right now, because you're going to have all of that movement to get that out of there. But we got it unbolted. Theoretically, it's ready to come out. Let's see, what are we hooked on here? So what I'm doing is turning my pitman arm away from the cradle so that it'll slide up past it. What are we still doing? Oh, I see. Now I'm past it. Now I can move that back around. Not quite that far. What I'm doing, guys, is the same thing as if you were turning the steering wheel. I'm just turning the pitman arm down here. All right. You'll have to manipulate that around some things. And just like that. Voila. There is one steering box and steering shaft removed. All right, guys, it's the next day. Wanted to show you something real quick, just a quick little snippet. Getting the emergency brake cable and handle off this 57 Chevrolet. It's a little aggravating. Really, what you need to do, the first thing you need to do is you got to get some give in your cable. The cable is tight. There's no give in it. So that way when you pull your emergency brake, there's no slack in the cable. It just immediately pulls your emergency brake. So you've got to get some slack in your cable first. And the way you do that is if you don't take it loose from the back brakes, you can quickly take apart your pulley. I don't know what I did with the bracket, but you just take your bolt out of the pulley, and that's going to give you some slack so that you can pull your cable into your handle, which this would actually be inside the car. So your cable goes in through here, right? So in order to get your cable out, you're going to have to, this is the way that your handle is going to be sitting in there to start with. So the rod is going to be fully pushed towards the front of the car. In order to pull your emergency brake, you have to pull this up, right? Okay, so that's why you have to get slack, is you've got to be able to pull this handle up and get access to that right there, and your cable will go up through here. Let me pull my handle a little bit more. We'll go up through here and it will snap in right there. So when you get some slack, you'll be able to pull your handle up a little bit, and then basically you just get you like a little pick, and you'll reach in here and you'll pick that ball up out of its slot, and you'll be able to pull it out the bottom of your handle. And that is how that emergency brake cable goes in there. All right, in our quest to remove the body from the frame, we're still taking out body bolts. So just wanted to show you real quick. You got two little hidden gems right down in there. All right, now if you look right directly on top of that, you'll notice that you don't have direct access to both those bolts. You have one there and you have one there, and they're hidden up under this rubber cap. So you got to pull this rubber cap out of there. That'll give you access to that bolt. Now I've got them soaking already. But what you're going to need to really make life a lot easier on you is you're going to need like a swivel socket. That way you can set that right down on that bolt. And see the lean that you got? If you were to try to just put a nut on, or a socket on that, it would try to round that head out. So there's your 2 more bolts, in case you guys are doing the same thing.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the share button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about it, and we'll see you on the next one. Y'all go do some work.